if you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you hate my videos, you can do that on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, 50 Cent and Rick Ross throw shots at each other. And Wack 100 said he would never want to be Suge Knight. Plus, Slim 400 talks straight facts. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, now this is a beef that goes way back, right? Like 10 or 11 years ago, right? So Rick Ross was on Big Boy in the Neighborhood, right? And he was kind of talking about how he tricked or like finessed, you know, a song out of Lil Wayne and Pusha T, because we all know that Lil Wayne and Pusha T got beef that goes way back too, right? So Rick Ross always knew and loved and respect Lil Wayne, and he's cool with Lil Wayne. He also knows and respects Pusha T, and he's cool with Pusha T. I think they're cordial, right? They never had no problems, right? But I think that Lil Wayne and Rick Ross are like really close. Pusha T and Rick Ross, they just never had beef. You know what I'm saying? They're cool and they can work together business-wise, right? So he sent the track to Pusha T and sent the same track to Lil Wayne and had them both rap on it, not knowing the other one was on it. And he's thinking about putting it out, but I don't think that he is. So anyway, right? So Big Boy was asking him about it, right? So Big Boy is like, you know, I see that you're trying to get this beef squash between Wayne and Pusha T. And he was like, yeah, you know, because we grown now. And so then Big Boy kind of asked him like, but what about the beef with you and 50 Cent? Because that's an old beef too. And you sitting here talking about you grown, right? So would you ever squash that, right? And Rick Ross said, you know what? To be honest with you, if 50 Cent had any value in the music game, then I probably would have been squashed it, right? But he's saying that basically he doesn't see that 50 Cent is like really popular in music right now, or whatever the case may be, right? And this is kind of funny, right? Because it's kind of true, right? Where 50 Cent's in his own lane. Like, don't get me wrong, right? 50 Cent is doing his thing, right? He got power. He's coming out with BMF. You know, he's a social media, you know, genius, especially on Instagram when he's trolling people and just getting people riled up like, you gotta tell Monday, give me my money, you know what I'm saying? The saying that all these rappers are using, and all that's cool, right? But when's the last time 50 Cent had something like on the charts? You feel me? Or like, you know, top 10 or even top 20 that people like, yo, you heard that new 50? Like, he's successful, but like in another lane that's not like literally rapping in the booth or pen to paper. He's successful, but just doing different things, right? And as a rapper and as a mogul, you do want to kind of transition out of just having to make your money strictly off of raps, right? That should be for fun, right? And then your real money should come from your investments and other things that you're getting into. So I'm not saying that 50 Cent is like, you know, trash or washed up or anything. I'm just saying he moved on from rap, right? Whereas Rick Ross, he also moved on from rap. You know, he got a bunch of Wingstops and Checkers and Rallies and, you know, his record label Maybach Music, and he signed Meek Mill and he signed Wale. So Rick Ross is on that same type of time. However, people still want to look forward to like that new Rick Ross music, right? So Port of Miami is coming out on August 9th, which is my birthday, you know, and everybody's looking forward to it, right? Everybody's excited. He's excited. He's talking about it. And we want to really like look forward to see like what Rick Ross is doing and what he's saying on the album, right? And actually today, Rick Ross dropped the album Tracklist. So y'all can see, right, he got Wale on there, of course, Gunplay, which is crazy. I haven't heard a song with Gunplay in a minute, right? Summer Walker, Deej Loaf, Swiss Beats, Meek Mill is on Bogus Charms. He got a song with Nipsey Hussle and Tiana Taylor. He got Jeezy on there, which is dope because y'all know Rick Ross and Jeezy had beef, right? Wyeth and Lucci and Ball Greasy, A Boogie with the Hoodie, Denzel Curry, and of course Drake on Gold Roses, right? So this is dope. This is fire, and people are actually looking forward to hearing that new Rick Ross, right? And Rick Ross is like really good in the music space. He's kind of stuck to the same kind of sound, right? And he's basically become the god of that like sensual, like classic music. Like when you listen to Rick Ross, you just want to light a cigar and like put on a silk shirt or and just like sit back or something. Like, and that's dope, right? And we love Rick Ross for that, right? So 50 Cent did an interview too. It's funny because they both did an interview the same day, but anyway, 50 Cent did an interview with Complex with Speedy, and Speedy was like, listen bro, you know, I don't want to really get into all of this, but I gotta ask you because it's new. He said, yo, Rick Ross said that you don't bring any value to the music game. But what do you think about that? Do you even care or whatever, right? And so 50 Cent responded. Alright, so 50 Cent kind of responded with the same statement that Rick Ross said, but just in different words, right? 50 Cent kind of looked blindsided about the question, and I really don't think that he was prepared, because if 50 Cent was prepared for the question, I feel like he would have probably said something funny or like got off a little joke or something, right? But 50 Cent basically was like, I don't see what Rick Ross's value is in the music game either. Yeah, I don't know what Rick Ross is talking about, you know, so it was kind of weird, you know, the response that 50 Cent gave, right? But again, I just think that he wasn't prepared for it, and he couldn't like get his filthy on and like really be like, don't his baby mama owe me some money or whatever, right? Because y'all remember that time when 50 Cent took Rick Ross's baby moms out shopping, and he was like, isn't she lovely? You know, but it's just so funny because it's like, you know, Rick Ross responded, and he was like, I don't care that you took my baby moms out. You didn't take my wife out shopping. You didn't take my girl out shopping. You took my baby moms. Like, she's single and I could give a damn what she does, right? But I guess 50 Cent was just trying to say, like, you can't even take care of the mother of your child. What kind of man are you? Like, that's why he took her out, right? And then, you know, 6ix9ine did the same thing to Chief Keef when 6ix9ine took Chief Keef's baby mom out shopping, and Chief Keef had the same damn response. Like, bro, that's my baby mom's. Like, I don't care. You could take her shopping, take her to the movies, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is all funny, and I really think that maybe 50 Cent is doing this because he's trying to help promote Port of Miami 2 for Rick Ross. But then again, why would 50 Cent want to make money for Rick Ross unless he's getting paid and they working together secretly, which is always a possibility when it comes to things in hip-hop? I just don't know sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Wack 100 ain't here for the Suge Knight comparisons, right? So he says, if another one of you clowns say the words to me, oh, you want to be Suge. Damn fool, who want to be broke doing 28 years at 55 years old? Idiots. Nah, I want to be just who I am today. A winner, a free man, a family man, a happy man, right? And this is true, right? Like, any grown man should not ever want to strive to be the next, you know, other man, right? So, like, for me, like, I'm Jonny Fastlane. I'm not trying to be the next academics, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the first Jonny Fastlane. Well, I am the first Jonny Fastlane, you know what I'm saying? And that's no shade to academics because he's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to be me, you know what I'm saying? So Wack 100, same thing, man. Like, Wack 100 just wants to be him, right? Which is pretty dope. I mean, at the same time, though, he is kind of shading Suge Knight, and he's like, yeah, he broke, he doing 28 years, he an idiot, you know? And I really find that Wack 100 likes to, Wack 100 is big blood, CEO, boss, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like unless you're like The Game or Birdman, he just wants to like test your gangster a little bit. And I guess this is just like the street in him, you know? So like if somebody comes on the scene, if your name is Tax Tone, because y'all remember Tax Tone, right? It doesn't matter, E40, like people who the streets are like, oh no, you better not mess with Tax Tone. Oh no, E40, you better not mess with him, right? E40 really from the streets, right? So I think that Wack 100 wants to like kind of be like, you know, they ain't get even Tupac. He's like, yo, Tupac was this and that or whatever like that. He talks down on people that the general public and in their mind deem to be gangster or deem to be like, oh no, that's that guy. You don't want to mess with him. Wack 100 won't mince words and he'll be like, man, I'll mess with him. Well, he ain't so tough, you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy, right? And so he's doing two things here. He's definitely letting people know that, yo, man, I ain't Suge Knight and stop comparing me to this dude, right? But he's also saying, like, yo, Suge Knight ain't shit anyway, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, right? But I respect it, and you have to respect it, right? And then he also gives other gangsters their props. Like I say, Top Dog, The Game, Birdman, you know, Wack 100 is cool with them. But other than that, man, he's like, yo, you bleed just like I do, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
I feel like this. If this rap game let these snitches that be on black and white, fresh out of jail.
Listen, man, Slim 400 is a wild boy, right? Ever since he got out of the hospital, right, he has been on one. But this is dope, right? So Slim 400 today, 2019, kind of reminds me of like the 2001, 2002 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent got shot 9 times back then, right? And then after that, he felt like, yo, I got hit up 9 times and I'm still alive. So he acted almost like he was invincible, like he wasn't afraid of nothing at that point. That's when he started going at Ja Rule. That's when he started going at mad people, you know what I'm saying? And this was dope what 50 was doing back in the day, and that's what really made him be like relevant or bring value to the music game, right? So I think Slim 400 is on that same type of time, right? Ever since he got out the hospital, he's been like really on one, right? I'm not saying that he wasn't dope back then or before he got out the hospital. I'm just saying that now he's being more vocal, he's on social media more, he's got a lot more to say. It's almost like this is like the shock that he needed to like step up and be like, yo, I'm here and I'm Slim 400, right? And I'm here for it because Slim 400 is talking straight facts, right? So in that little clip, right, and I can't show you the whole thing, but basically he's saying that, yo, people are talking about 6ix9ine. He didn't say 6ix9ine's name, but we all know he talk about 6ix9ine, right? He said people are saying that 6ix9ine is coming home, and I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all accept him with open arms after this black and white paperwork saying that he told, then I am out the hip-hop game for real, right? He's like, I'm gonna go overseas, I'm gonna do techno, I'm gonna do rock and roll, I'm gonna do whatever. Yo, it's all cap because, come on, Slim 400 doing techno or rock and roll, I mean, it would be funny. And hey, bro, whatever you want to pursue, I'm with it. But come on, bro, like he's probably just gonna stay, you know, in the hood, not in the hood, but like stay with his hood music and just kind of stay in his lane and stay away from like 6ix9ine or the people that support that type of stuff, right? But really and truly, I was trying to think about it real hard, like who would even do a song with 6ix9ine when he gets out of jail? And I can't really think of anybody. Skinny from the 9 kind of came into my mind, but I don't know, right? Soulja Boy even came into my mind. Famous Dex maybe. I don't know, right? But for sure, you know, like no G's are gonna do no songs with him. Nobody for real is gonna do songs with him. I mean, even Smoke Perp was like trolling his baby moms, talking about, yo, come here, yo, let me holla at you. 6ix9ine a snitch anyway, come over this way, yo. And then when she turned him down, he goes, you look like a horse. You need a horse reduction, yo, buck tooth. You know, he was just going in on her, right? Which is funny, right? He was trolling her hard body. But I don't really, like, there's some of the fans who say that 6ix9ine could just get out of jail and, you know, start rapping again and, you know, be accepted into hip-hop again. And the fact that he told shouldn't matter because he told on some people that were trying to do him dirty, so that's how he did them dirty, a tit for a tat and blah blah blah. And I see what you're saying, right? But no, the streets and the code does not work like that, right? It could be my worst enemy, right? He could have tried to kill my mama, right? And I'm not gonna tell on him, not because I want to save him. I want him to do life in jail, right? I want him to rot. You know what I'm saying? I want him to put him on death row. Not because I'm trying to save him, but just because I can't go to bed at night knowing that I told on this dude, right? Because I signed up for this gangster life, and if, you know, he tried to shoot at my mama because I tried to shoot at his baby mama, then why would I tell on him, right? If I was 6ix9ine and I didn't like these dudes, fine, I'll take the time, right? 6ix9ine, his net worth is $4 million, right? He's a millionaire in federal prison. You could pay somebody to shake, you know, one of these dudes. You could pay somebody to beat them up. You could pay a lot of money for anything to really happen to these dudes, right? At any given time and act like, oh, no, it wasn't me. You could put $100 on somebody's commissary and I promise you they put a toothbrush in a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to tell. So that's not the way you get back at a dude is you tell, right? And especially if you're the one that said, yo, I'm gonna give you $30,000 to go shoot at the W Hotel, and why would you tell on that guy? You the one that paid me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So There's a lot of people, you know, the fans, they want 6ix9ine to come out and do music and all that stuff, but I just don't see it happening, right? And this whole situation is sad, because before 6ix9ine got locked up and before he started snitching, he was one of my favorite new rappers, right? Not my favorite rapper. My favorite rapper is DMX, right? But 6ix9ine was one of my favorite new rappers, right? Like Ski Master Slump God was one of my favorite new rappers. Because he's still one of my favorite rappers, but I don't consider Ski Mask new anymore, right? You know, one of my favorite new rappers is Rico Nasty, but I don't even really think she's that new. But since she was on XXL, fine, I give y'all the new thing. But you know, like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I don't see 6ix9ine coming back out and really being successful in hip-hop. I don't see him being able to work with a lot of people. And if he does music, he's going to have to do music with people overseas or people that, you know, just really don't care or even really know about the whole snitching allegations. Because hip-hop, regardless of how much it's changing, because it is changing a lot, there are still morals, rules, and parameters. And I you know, maybe this is just me, but I really don't see a lot of artists working with 6ix9ine when he comes out. I don't know. Am I wrong? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below and everything else. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane. That's Jonny on Instagram. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.